I made an appointment with Jasper West to get the marriage certificate, but he stood me up for the 7th time. This time, I decided to cut off all contact with him. Since then, whenever friends gather, as long as he is there, I won't go. He was invited to participate in the school anniversary performance. I got up early and left. The company decided to collaborate with him. I immediately resigned and left, even on Christmas Day. He came to my house to wish me a happy new year. I also made an excuse to go out and visit friends, blocked his number, deleted him from my friends list. I want to completely cut off contact. I won't reach out to him, and he won't find me either. For the past 30 years, I have spent most of my time loving him devotedly, taking care of him wholeheartedly, until after the 7th time we agreed to get the certificate and he stood me up again. That's when I finally understood. I don't want to continue living like this, even if I have to live alone. It's better than staying in an empty house every day. I'm waiting for Jasper West at the marriage registration office in the Civil Affairs Bureau. I waited until the staff finished work. I initially called him. He said he was busy. He asked me to wait a bit longer. I waited for another 2 hours when I called him again. I couldn't get through anymore. His line was busy all the time. The marriage registration form in my hand was tightly crumpled. "Miss, we're about to close. You still want to complete the marriage procedures? Look how long I've waited all day." The staff couldn't help but ask me. I came back to my senses. I gently shook my head, "Thank you. I'm not going to do it anymore." I walked out of the Civil Affairs Bureau. A few staff members finishing work passed by me. They were whispering. I feel like I've seen this person several times. Every time they came alone to get married. Your reminder makes me remember. I also recall. It seems like every time they were waiting for someone. But in the end, they never waited for anyone. There's not much expression on my face. But inside, it feels like I've been pierced countless times. I've been bleeding all along. I'm too ashamed to look up. My steps unconsciously quicken. This is my 7th time waiting for Jasper West at the Civil Affairs Bureau. He just walked out of the Civil Affairs Bureau. I was just about to take a taxi home. Then Jasper West appeared. He jogged over, out of breath, with a hint of apology on his face. "Evelyn, I'm really sorry. There was an unexpected issue at the company today. I didn't arrive late, did I?" I smiled lightly. "Last time we were about to get our marriage certificate. He had an unexpected issue at the company. The time before that, it was also because of work that he couldn't make it. Let's not mention the past." This time he used the same excuse. I don't want to call him out anymore. I just shook my head and said, "You arrived late." The staff just left. Jasper West listened. He seemed a bit angry. He looked at his watch. Then he started to angrily accuse others. These people are really something. They leave work on time every day, not willing to wait even a minute longer. He said this while moving forward to grab my hand. He placed my hand on his heaving chest. "There's a traffic jam ahead. Look, I ran all the way here. I'm really exhausted." I stared at him blankly, trying hard to hold back the tears in my nose. No one is a fool. Did Jasper West really run here? I have a sense of it too. I bit my lower lip. This is the first time I asked him directly, "If you really ran here, such a long way, how come you didn't sweat at all?" He looked at his forehead. It was clean. Not a drop of sweat was shed. His skin was also dry as soon as those words were spoken. Jasper West's expression changed. He frowned. There was a hint of anger in his eyes. His voice had grown considerably louder. "What do you mean by that? You think I'm lying to you? Are you deliberately avoiding going to get the marriage certificate with me? I've worked so hard to run away, yet you don't believe me. Evelyn, I really didn't expect you to be so cold and heartless." He really has a knack for biting back. His uncontrollable shouting, in my opinion, is a sign of guilt. I rubbed my temples. I suddenly felt it was unnecessary to pursue this further. I also didn't want to continue entangling with him. Whether Jasper West is real or not, you know best in your heart. After saying that, I planned to leave. He coldly threw back a sentence. "Fine, I understand now. If you have the ability, then don't come looking for me again. Stop bothering me all the time. Beg me to marry you and get the certificate. I want to see how long you can hold out this time." This time, I stubbornly didn't look back. My lips are bleeding from biting them. I just took a couple of steps. Then I received a text message on my phone. "Evelyn, did you not get the certificate again? That's really unfortunate. But don't lose heart. Just wait until your 8th time going to find Jasper for the certificate." I kept looking at that text message over and over. I read it 3 times in total. Even if I'm slow on the uptake, I understand she's deliberately provoking me. although I guessed why Jasper West stood me up. Receiving a message from Leila Morgan still made me feel an indescribable oppression. Jasper West and I grew up together. We had a very good relationship. I dreamed of marrying him when I grew up, to be his wife. I remember when I first said that. I was still in elementary school. My parents and his parents laughed so hard they couldn't close their mouths. He always regarded me as someone very close. Until we went to college. He brought home a classmate named Leila Morgan for the first time. Their unique way of interacting made me realize my closeness to Jasper West may not be love. I'm starting to feel uneasy. After graduating from university, I jokingly suggested that we should get a marriage certificate. Although both our parents agreed, Jasper West still firmly refused. In the next 7 or 8 years, I repeatedly asked him to get the certificate, probably dozens of times, but he only agreed to me 7 times. Unfortunately, all 7 times ended up being a no-show. Every time, Leila Morgan would quickly send me provocative texts. At that moment, my phone vibrated again. I thought it was Leila Morgan. Instinctively, I wanted to hang up, but when I saw the contact, I realized it was a call from a friend. My friend told me there's a gathering tonight, inviting me to join. I didn't expect that my first question to my friend would be whether Jasper West would come to this gathering. My friend said, "Evelyn, don't worry. I know about your relationship with Jasper West. I already told him in advance. He will come, then forget it since he is here. I won't go then. Let's talk about it next time." The sound of my friend's nagging suddenly stopped. It seems like my words startled him. Everyone knows, for these years, I have been pursuing Jasper West. I shamelessly gave him flowers at the graduation ceremony. I went through a lot of trouble to help him find a job. I even willingly cleaned, did laundry, and cooked for him. Once, at a friend's birthday party, someone said he must have accumulated virtue in his past life. That's why he has someone as good as me in this life. But Jasper West just coldly snorted and said, like an annoying dog, "Who would care? I used to think it didn't matter. I always thought he would change for me. But now I understand. I actually care a lot." After hanging up the phone, I sent a group message to a few familiar friends. There will be a gathering later. If Jasper West is there, then don't call me. After finishing everything, I took a taxi back to my rental place. After freshening up, I started organizing all the things related to Jasper West in my home. I packed them all into a suitcase. Then I called a courier to come over, to have them deliver the suitcase. I was busy packing things up to go out for errands. My best friend suddenly came over. She saw me organizing a pile of items and immediately asked in surprise, "Evelyn, you're not leaving, are you?" I couldn't help but laugh. I opened the suitcase to show her. "You misunderstood. These are all Jasper West's things. I'm planning to return everything to him." My friend was stunned for a moment. After watching the courier take the things away, she finally asked me in disbelief, "Evelyn, didn't you say you were going to get the marriage certificate with Jasper West today? How did it suddenly turn into this?" The conversation isn't over yet. My best friend just stopped. She knows about Jasper West standing me up. It suddenly came to her mind. Her eyes widened in shock. She angrily asked, "Is it that Jasper West didn't come again?" I asked, "Why you suddenly sent that kind of message? It must be Leila Morgan stirring things up behind the scenes. Let's go. I'll take you to find her and get to the bottom of this." Even though I've been refusing all along, my best friend still dragged me to their gathering today. As soon as I reached the door of the private room, I heard Jasper West speaking. "Stop making a fuss, you guys. It's been so many years. Evelyn has said so many harsh things. In the end, she still can't live without me. Today, she's just angry. Once she cools down, she will definitely come back to me as usual." I was outside the door, biting down hard on that piece of soft flesh in my mouth. I could already taste a hint of blood. So many years. I take care of him wholeheartedly. I'm always thinking of him. I didn't expect that in Jasper West's eyes. My efforts are so insignificant. My best friend noticed my red eyes. She gently tugged at my hand, just as I was about to push the door open. I was stopped. Now, I don't even want to see Jasper West. I held my best friend's hand, ready to leave. We had just taken 2 steps to the corner. Jasper West and Leila Morgan came out of the private room. Leila Morgan quickly spoke up. "Jasper, you've had too much to drink. Don't say any more. If Evelyn hears this, she will be upset. Isn't it exactly what you want to make her sad? Every time, you make me promise to get the marriage certificate with her, but then you have me stand her up at the last minute. Leila, how can you do this?" As soon as Jasper West's words came out, the tears in my eyes flowed uncontrollably. Turns out, I was just a clown. They are just a part of the game where those two are being teased. No wonder when Jasper West first agreed to marry me, he didn't look excited or happy at all. I was completely immersed in the sudden joy. I didn't even notice the disdain in his eyes. Leela Morgan leaned against Jasper West, playfully punching his chest. How can you still say I'm the bad one? The idea was clearly yours first. I just wanted to make you happy back then, so I came up with this method. As they talked, they suddenly kissed as if no one else was around. I felt like I had lost my soul, mechanically pulling my best friend out of the hotel. The night wind was slightly cool, blowing on my face. It felt like my heart was also chilled through. Evelyn, you are too soft-hearted. That's why they tease you like this. My best friend kept complaining. I just smiled lightly as soon as I opened my mouth. My mouth was filled with bright red blood, with a strong iron-like smell. It's all over. From now on, I have no relationship with Jasper West. I worked hard to persuade my best friend to go home. Then I returned to my rented place. Just got home. The errand person from before called. He said he had arrived at the designated location, but the recipient's phone couldn't be reached. Unable to contact, I suddenly remembered that Jasper West usually doesn't answer calls from unknown numbers, so I asked the delivery person to wait a moment. After hanging up the phone, I quickly contacted Jasper West. He was probably at the bar. The background noise was very loud, but I could still hear his smugness. You called me back so quickly. Where did the courage to leave me alone on the roadside go? If it were before, I would definitely have thickened my skin to apologize to him, and then say nice things to cheer him up, she said calmly. I had someone leave your things at your doorstep. Remember to pick them up when you go back. Jasper West immediately felt pleased. Evelyn, what else did you buy for me? Are you trying to win my favor? Weren't you quite principled you texted your friends saying you wouldn't attend any of my meals from now on? Why are you trying to win my favor again now? I didn't say anything further. I hung up the phone directly. Before hanging up, it seemed I heard him ask again what I sent. He said he would decide whether to forgive me based on whether he liked it. I smiled helplessly. After all these years, I had always been subservient. In his eyes, I had no dignity at all. But it doesn't matter. He will eventually understand. Since then, I never contacted Jasper West again. I deleted his phone number and all friends from social media. During that time, whenever friends invited me out to play, I would first ask if Jasper West would be coming. Slowly, everyone tacitly chose one of us to attend the gathering. The day before the school anniversary, my best friend called me early, inviting me to go together. As an outstanding graduate of the school, I also received an invitation to the school anniversary. I didn't expect Jasper West to be here for the anniversary, but it's not surprising. He always had excellent grades in school. After graduation, he also provided employment support to the school. Inviting him to the anniversary is perfectly normal. When my best friend and I arrived at the school, it was already packed with people. I looked at the program list issued by the school. I immediately saw Jasper West's name. His program was scheduled 7th. When my best friend and I saw the 6th program, I made an excuse to leave first. As I walked out of the auditorium, I vaguely heard someone calling me from behind, but I didn't turn back. Not long after, my phone rang. It was a message from my university counselor. Classmate Evelyn, why are you in such a hurry? I called out to you several times, but you didn't hear me. Your boyfriend's show is coming up next. Are you not going to stay and watch? Thank you, teacher. I have to leave because something came up, and I'm single. I don't have a boyfriend. I finished sending a text to the counselor. I'm still shaking my head continuously. I used to cause a lot of trouble in college. Even the counselor knows about my situation with Jasper West. What I didn't know was, the counselor is currently with Jasper West. He also saw the message I replied to, under the dim lights in the auditorium. His expression seemed complicated. His feelings were hard to read. After leaving school, I went straight to the company. I left in such a rush after the anniversary celebration. I even left my bag at the company. After returning to the company, I found out that the company had already completed a project proposal. More importantly, the partner listed on this proposal is Jasper West's company. I immediately called my boss. I confirmed this matter. Then I directly submitted my resignation. Boss, I'm resigning for personal reasons. Evelyn, this decision seems too sudden. I thought you would be the one coordinating with the other party for this project. I politely declined the boss's proposal. I told him that I didn't get along with that company. After hanging up the phone, I immediately opened my computer. I wrote a resignation letter in the office. Since the company decided to collaborate with Jasper West, the best choice to avoid him was to resign. After I placed the resignation letter, I left the company. When I returned to my rented place, I noticed the hallway light was still on. I live in a layout with 2 households sharing one staircase. The next door has been empty and unoccupied, so the hallway light is usually off. After walking a few steps, I noticed Jasper West smoking in the stairwell. It looks like he has been waiting for quite a while. The ground was covered with cigarette butts. Fortunately, I was cautious enough. Jasper West didn't notice my presence. I quickly turned around and pressed the elevator button. Just as Jasper West stepped out of the room, the elevator doors were about to close. I vaguely heard him shout, "Evelyn, is that you? You're back. You're in the elevator, right?" After the elevator reached the ground floor, I didn't want Jasper West to catch up so quickly, so I pressed all the buttons in the elevator, then let the elevator go up on its own. Although this was not very appropriate, it was indeed effective. With Jasper West watching the rental place, I went to a nearby hotel, planning to make do for one night. I had just completed the check-in process. I turned around and prepared to go upstairs. Jasper West rushed over quickly. He was breathing heavily. Beads of sweat were continuously rolling down his forehead due to running too fast. His face was slightly flushed. "Did anyone come to stay at your place just now? Is there someone named Evelyn who checked in? You need to tell me quickly. Please answer me quickly." Jasper West shouted loudly. Hearing his shout, I involuntarily stopped my steps upstairs. I was worried that the hotel front desk would leak my information. Fortunately, the front desk of a high-end hotel is very professional. They politely refused. "I'm sorry, sir. This is the guest's privacy. We cannot disclose it." I didn't expect the usually polite Jasper West to shout this time. He completely lost his usual composure. "Don't talk to me about privacy. She is my wife. I have the right to know if she has stayed here." Upon hearing this, I couldn't help but chuckle coldly. Wife. This word sounds so unfamiliar. Don't even mention the word wife. After all these years, Jasper West has never said a word of genuine affection to me. "Sir, you can call and ask her if this guest indeed stays with us. You can tell me the room number. I will check for you. Once confirmed, you can go up." The hotel front desk politely finished speaking. Jasper West was suddenly stunned. I was dazed for quite a while. I couldn't say a word. I had long blocked his number. I even deleted him from my friends list. How could he possibly contact me? I didn't continue listening to the conversation afterwards. I tiptoed upstairs. I returned to my room. I had just lain down when my best friend's call came in. She excitedly asked me how I was dealing with Jasper West. To make him so anxious, you definitely can't imagine. When he called me, I could tell something was off just by his voice. He even asked if you were with me. This irresponsible person deserves to suffer a bit. "Evelyn, you must hold on this time. Don't be soft-hearted." I'm quite helpless, too. I didn't expect him to be so persistent. It's been so many years. This is the first time he has been so considerate towards me. I couldn't get in touch with him. He even found my best friend. "Don't worry, this time it won't happen. I didn't do anything special. He was just waiting outside the house I rented. I ran into him when I went back. Then I avoided him. I stayed at a hotel for a night. You must not tell him where I am." Before hanging up, I specifically reminded my friend. But I never expected. Jasper West still refuses to give up. He suddenly called me from an unknown number. As soon as I picked up, I just said hello. He hurriedly said a lot. He sounded quite anxious. His voice was a bit hoarse. "Evelyn, where are you? Why are you avoiding me? Do you know how hard I've been looking for you? I've been waiting for you for a long time. Why are you unwilling to even see me?" I heard his voice. I didn't say anything. He immediately hung up the phone. Then, just as he was about to block me, he quickly sent a message. He started off soft, seeing that I wasn't falling for it. He immediately changed his attitude. He said firmly, "Evelyn, if you dare to block me and avoid me, don't expect me to reach out to you again. You bring my call back. This time I won't hold it against you." After reading the message, I directly blocked the other party. Not long after, a strange profile picture popped up on WeChat. This time I learned my lesson. I didn't approve the friend request. I directly blocked and reported it. After finishing all my tasks, that night, I finally had a good night's sleep. The next morning, I was woken up by the phone ringing. It was a call from a colleague. It was Sister Evelyn. Why did you suddenly resign? You didn't even tell us before you left. We could have thrown you a farewell party. I had personal matters to attend to, so I left in a bit of a rush. Just after I said that, my colleague's voice lowered. Sister Evelyn, someone was urgently looking for you this morning. I heard it was a partner from the company. He searched through everyone in the company, asking if they had your contact information. Later, he heard that you suddenly resigned last night. You left without even signing the contract. He also said he only wanted to sign the cooperation contract with you. The boss might come looking for you again soon. As soon as my colleague finished speaking, the boss's call came in. I'm familiar with Jasper West's working style. He can indeed do something like this, to force me to show up. He actually used the boss's contract to threaten. Now I have already resigned. Signing a contract has nothing to do with me. I set my phone to silent. I buried my head and went back to sleep. When I woke up, there were already a bunch of missed calls and messages on my phone. WeChat showed 99 unread messages. I took a quick glance. I found that most were calls and texts from my close friends. There was also a message from an unknown number. As soon as I looked at the message, I knew it must be Jasper West sending a message from a new number. I immediately blocked him. Then I opened WeChat. As a result, there were all unread messages in WeChat. The red dots were too many to count. Many friends came to ask me if I encountered any problems. I also felt a bit helpless, so I posted a message in my moments. I'm doing well. It's just that I no longer have any connection with certain things and certain people from the past. I had just posted on my moments. My close friend immediately liked it. He called me again to complain. Evelyn, you're finally awake. You have no idea. Jasper West is acting like he's gone crazy. My best friend sounds really down when she talks. I'm a bit confused, but after understanding the situation, I couldn't help but laugh. Jasper West contacted all my friends, but still couldn't find any news about me, so he had to keep looking for my best friend. From last night until this morning, he kept calling my best friend. If she didn't answer, he would just go straight to her house and knock on the door. Evelyn, don't you think he's being a bit excessive? I clearly told him you weren't here with me, but he just wouldn't believe it. He insists that you're hiding at my place, and he keeps insisting that I open the door to find you. Am I supposed to perform magic, to conjure you up out of thin air to show him? I also laughed helplessly. No wonder so many friends came to ask me early this morning if something happened. I haven't checked out of the hotel room. I'm planning to see how things go today. Based on Jasper West's performance yesterday, he will definitely be waiting for me at my rental place. In the evening, I asked the property security to check it out for me. Sure enough, Jasper West was waiting right at the elevator entrance. He almost mistook the security guard for me. He hugged the security guard tightly. I originally planned to have the security guard kick Jasper West out, but I didn't expect he would play the emotional card. Later, the security guard called me. He kept trying to persuade me. Miss Evelyn, your boyfriend really knows he was wrong this time. Just forgive him this once you haven't seen. The ground is covered with cigarette butts. If he keeps smoking like this, his health is going to be an issue. Sure enough, the security guard was right. A few days later, I heard from my best friend that Jasper West was sick. He stayed up for several nights in my rental place. Plus, the weather has turned cold. As a result, I ended up in the hospital with a fever. I heard that he was calling my name while he was in a coma. I couldn't help but laugh. He had teased me so many times before. Now, how come he suddenly acts all sentimental? Many friends have been hinting to me whether I should go see Jasper West, but I refuse them all. I can imagine that. Jasper West lying in a hospital bed, letting friends persuade me to go see him. Now that he is hospitalized, I just happen to be able to return to my rental. I just finished the checkout procedures. My phone vibrated. It was a message from Leila Morgan. Evelyn, you're quite skilled, aren't you? You thought that using this retreat to advance strategy would make Jasper like you. Right now, it's just because you've suddenly disappeared. Jasper is just not used to it for the moment. Once he gets used to it, you'll realize that you don't matter to him at all. Seeing the text message, I finally remembered that I had forgotten to block Leila Morgan. I didn't pay attention to her sarcastic remarks. I just blocked her directly. I had just returned to my rental and lay down. Then my mom's call came in. It might be that Jasper West's parents informed him about his hospitalization, so they called to ask me about it. I didn't hide anything. I just said I wasn't very clear about it either. My mom was very surprised to hear that. Weren't you together with Jasper West? How come you don't even know he's sick? I immediately denied it. Don't say nonsense. I haven't been in contact with him for a long time. I'm still looking for a boyfriend. There was silence on the other end of the line for a while. My mom's voice suddenly got louder. I struggled a lot to steer the conversation away. I understand Jasper West's intentions. He just wants to put pressure on me through my family, to make me meet with him, since friends couldn't persuade me. Then they thought of a way through the family. As expected, the next morning, my mom called me again. She said Jasper West is quite seriously ill. His parents are too busy with work. They can't find time to take care of him, so this task can only be entrusted to me, his childhood friend who has taken care of him since we were young. I immediately refused. Mom, don't worry about it unnecessarily. Jasper West has a girlfriend. I'm sure someone will take care of him in the hospital. If I go, I would only be a nuisance. I'm busy right now. I'll hang up first. I didn't wait for my mom to respond. I just hung up the phone. I thought that would be the end of it, but unexpectedly, Jasper West actually used all his connections. He went to great lengths to make me appear in front of him. I had just hung up from my mom's call. Then the hospital called. The call was from Jasper West's attending physician. As soon as I answered, they asked if I was a relative of Jasper West. I immediately denied it. I even said I wasn't familiar with him, but on the phone, Jasper West's weak voice was struggling to speak. Evelyn, I recognized it was you. How can you say we're not familiar with each other? We're about to get our marriage certificate soon. Why did you suddenly stop talking to me? Look, I'm this sick. Can't you care about me a little more? He said. His voice became a bit hoarse, and it was still accompanied by sobs. I'm about to go into the operating room now. Can't you come and see me? What if something goes wrong during my surgery, and the doctors and nurses comfort Jasper West by saying it's just a minor operation? There's no need to worry so much. I remained silent, just sitting in silence, until the doctor called. They said they needed a family member's signature. I directly refused, I said. First, I'm not a family member. Second, his surgery has nothing to do with me. Third, he has a girlfriend. You should contact her. This sentence seemed to be heard by Jasper West. He yelled uncontrollably over there, calling my name in frustration. I have no one else. You are my girlfriend. Not long ago, we were planning to get a marriage certificate. Evelyn, don't you remember? Of course I haven't forgotten. The fact that I was played 7 times. How could I forget? I hung up the phone directly. I didn't want to hear him yell anymore. That night, my best friend heard about this. She called to praise me for doing the right thing. She said people like that deserve to be punished. She also reminded me not to soften my heart at the last moment. I had just finished talking with my best friend when Jasper West's mom called me. Jasper West's mom's voice was a bit choked. She asked, Evelyn, is there some misunderstanding between you and Jasper? I heard that you haven't seen each other for a long time. You didn't even go to see him when he got sick. You didn't even answer the doctor's call. Hearing Jasper West's mom's voice, I couldn't help but feel soft inside. Since childhood, Jasper West's mom was especially nice to me. Back when we were in school, she always found ways to make us all kinds of delicious food. There was even one time, Jasper West played a prank on me, stood me up, which caused us to miss getting our marriage certificate. When Jasper West's mom found out, she specifically rushed over and gave Jasper West a stern talking to all night. Jasper West's mom held me tightly and softly said, Evelyn, you can rest assured. I will only recognize you as my daughter-in-law in this lifetime. If he doesn't recognize you, then I won't recognize him as my son either. At that time, out of selfishness, I didn't tell Jasper West's mom that Jasper West actually doesn't like me. He likes Leila Morgan. He stood me up because of Leila Morgan. But this time, I will not be soft-hearted again. All these years, I have repeatedly put up with grievances for Jasper West, but this time I won't do that anymore. I spoke to Jasper West's mother. I'm sorry. Jasper West has his girlfriend with him. I'm not needed, and the doctor said a family member needs to sign for the surgery. I have no relationship with him. This signature shouldn't be mine. I took a deep breath. I said more firmly, about Jasper West from now on, it's better to go directly to his girlfriend, so they won't misunderstand. Jasper West's mother, I still have things to do. I'll hang up for now. After saying that, I hung up the phone. I guess Jasper West's mother understood my meaning. Sure enough, from that day on, no one called me again. They no longer came to me regarding Jasper West. Just half a month before the new year, my best friend dragged me to a party. At the party, friends talked about Jasper West. That surgery was ultimately handled by Jasper West's mother. He is still recuperating with the doctor now. Some friends who were aware of the situation looked at me. They mentioned planning to visit Jasper West. They are bringing some fruit along. They asked if I wanted to go with them. Right now, I feel particularly calm. He no longer causes me any emotional fluctuations. You all go ahead. I'm not familiar with him. We don't have much contact. Since that day, I returned to my hometown. There were quite a few gatherings before Christmas. Many classmates heard I was back. They all wanted to meet up with me. For several consecutive days, I attended several class reunions. At the last reunion, I was half an hour late. Just as I reached the door of the private room, I heard someone calling out Jasper West's name. Jasper, you and Evelyn used to be inseparable. You were childhood sweethearts. Why are you still not married? That's right. Back then, we all thought you and Evelyn would get married right after graduation. My hand had just grasped the doorknob. It suddenly stopped. Inside, Jasper West fell silent for a moment. He stammered as he spoke. Almost there, almost there. It will be ready soon. The classmates immediately started to heckle. I turned to leave. The door was suddenly pushed open by the former class monitor. She saw me. A look of surprise appeared on her face. Evelyn, you came. We were just talking about you. And your childhood friend Jasper West is here too. If he's here, then I should leave first. I still have things to deal with. I immediately rejected the class monitor. Then I turned around and left without hesitation. As soon as I stepped out of the hotel, I heard hurried footsteps behind me. I hid in the alley. Jasper West quickly chased after me. As he chased, he called out my name. Evelyn, come out. Why are you hiding from me? You have been avoiding me for 3 months. Why have you been too afraid to meet me, Evelyn? Could you come out, please? There happened to be a woman passing by. She was wearing the same color clothes as me. Jasper West was captivated. He rushed forward and hugged a passerby. As a result, he got slapped in the face and was surrounded by a group of people. They said they would call the police for harassment. As the crowd got chaotic, I just walked out of the alley. I left home nonchalantly. Jasper West, surrounded, saw my back as I left. He called out my name again. Evelyn, don't go, wait for me. He wanted to run towards me, but he was stopped by the people around him. He couldn't move. What happened to him afterwards? I'm not sure. I didn't have the heart to ask. When I got home, my mom started nagging. She said I've been going out for gatherings since I got back. I haven't had a meal at home. I immediately hugged my mom. Pouting means I will definitely have dinner at home tomorrow. The next day, I saw an extra set of chopsticks and bowls on the table. I casually asked, Mom, why is there an extra set of chopsticks and bowls? Your friend Jasper West's mom said Jasper West is back. I haven't seen him for a long time. I wanted him to come over for a meal and to ask how he's been doing. I frowned. I casually picked some dishes and said I had already eaten, and then went out for a stroll. Just as I left the community, I didn't expect to run into Jasper West. I had to hide in the community garden to avoid him. I didn't expect to see Jasper West and Leela Morgan arguing. Leela Morgan caught up from behind. She blocked Jasper West. Jasper, why are you ignoring me? Is it because of Evelyn? Think about it. How many times have you played with her feelings? Anyone would find it impossible to forgive you. Jasper West's expression immediately turned ugly. His eyes widened in shock. He stared at Leela Morgan. Shut up. If you dare to speak of this, don't blame me for being rude. Leela Morgan showed no fear. On the contrary, she laughed uncontrollably. Now you're scared. Why didn't you realize it before? Oh, by the way, you used to cling to me and wouldn't get up. Now you regret it. Thinking of your little green plum. Hud Jasper West. Let me tell you, it's too late now. Evelyn has known about this all along. Otherwise, how could she have suddenly disappeared and cut off all contact with you? Jasper West finished speaking. He raised his hand and slapped Leela Morgan, knocking her to the ground. Leela Morgan didn't back down. She immediately rushed forward and grabbed Jasper West's shirt. I witnessed a farce. In the end, it was the road in the community that separated them. Jasper West looked a bit dazed. He kept mumbling something under his breath. Even so, he still didn't leave. He tidied up his clothes and continued towards my house with the gift box. Since then, I have been carefully inquiring about Jasper West's whereabouts every day. Wherever he goes, I would make sure to avoid it in advance. On Christmas Day, I heard that Jasper West would come to pay New Year's greetings early, so I casually found an excuse to go out. As long as I didn't run into him, it didn't matter if I wasn't home for Christmas. Later, my mom told me that day, Jasper West cried really hard. He was almost out of breath. He cried while apologizing, saying he regretted it. He even promised not to disturb me again in the future. I sneered a little. I told my mom not to take it to heart. After the new year, I canceled the rented apartment. I decided to move to another place. That day, I went to take the train. I didn't expect to run into Jasper West's mother. We hadn't seen each other in quite a while. She looked much more haggard than before. I remember she didn't have so much gray hair before. Now it's quite noticeable at a glance. Jasper West's mother saw me. She didn't say much. She probably heard about our situation from Jasper West. She just reached out and touched my forehead and said, "Jasper is the one who is unfortunate. Evelyn, you did nothing wrong." At that moment, I was momentarily speechless. In the end, I only said one thing: take care of yourself. I didn't ask about Jasper West, and I didn't care anymore. For the next 10 years, in the next 10 years, I never saw him again. Just once. I heard it from my best friend. He bought the rental place where I used to live. Later on, he often goes to the Civil Affairs Bureau. He stays there all day long. What a pity. There is no medicine for regret in this world.